So I will start presenting very soon, just in about a bit, once the recording session starts. Yeah. So I'll start presenting, and so I believe you all can see my screen now. Yeah. Uh, so we'll go through this small drill once again. So welcome to yet another session of Osta Weekly Huddle. Yeah. So now what we are doing is every alternate weeks we are having Ask Me Anything sessions, and then alternatively we are having the weekly huddle. So last week we had the Ask Me Anything session. So this week again we are having the Osta Weekly Huddle. Okay. So again the disclaimer: we are not a registered investment advisor. Shaspa Technologies does not claim to be an investment advisor. So for all your investment needs, you need to seek the advice of your financial advisor or the broker, whoever you rely upon. And all rights are reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced. And furthermore, I think in these sessions we use the terminology of buy and sell. So they should not be construed as advice for buying or selling. These are just terms we use generally for for going long and for going short. And so we may use these terms buy and sell, but these are not necessarily trading advices. Right? Shaspa is a software, this session and the site app contains products, software subscriptions and services offered are general in nature. So offering wide ranging investment related information to users and are not tailored to the specific investment needs of any individual user. Right. So today's session, I think it is. I don't have a presentation. It is just that this is the drill that we go through. That's why I went to this PPT. But this session, I have seen on the group WhatsApp group that lately I have seen there is a lot of confusion on the RP Auto Trade Scanner. How trades are generated and what you're supposed to do and when you're supposed to enter the trade and when you're not supposed to enter the trade. What happens if the trade shows up and then the trade disappears again? So there are whole lot of there's a whole lot of confusion regarding RP Auto Trade Scanner. So that is something that we wish to address. And see, RT Auto Trade Scanner, for all those people who are trading futures, who are trading derivatives, who are into margin trading and using RT Auto Trade Scanner. So first and foremost, I have been saying again and again that there are there's a carryover type of trading and there's an intraday type of trading. So if you're an intraday trader, even if you intend to do both, what you need to do is you need to create different profiles for intraday and carryover. Right? I think a lot of people that, by the messages that we read, we realize that a lot of people have still not done that. They have still not divided their they still not have made different profiles for intraday and carryover. But having said that, what we would strongly recommend and advise is you follow one pattern of trading. You should not indulge in real time trading in the sense that you are doing intraday trade and you are doing carryover trade. So you are taking the 25-minute trade also, you are taking the 75-minute trade also, right? I believe somebody has the camera on. So if you can just yeah, thank you so much. So so what you need to do is first all those people who are doing real time who are using RT Auto Trade Scanner, there are some basic rules that we need to understand. If you don't follow those basics right, everything else that you do will not fall in order, right? The basics that you need to follow is, one is again, one thing that I would like to clarify here is a lot of people get confused in 5 minute, 25 minutes, 75 minutes. This is nothing but 5 minute is the chart is plotted on a 5 minute candle or a 5 minute bar. Every bar or every candle that is formed is 5 minutes. 25 minutes is every candle, every bar that forms is 25-minute candle, 25-minute bar. Okay, 75-minute, every candle that is formed is a 75-minute candle on a 75-minute candle or a 75-minute bar. That is all. Okay, so 5 minutes, Nifty and Bank Nifty are mostly, they are favorable to the 5-minute time frame trading. That is why the system automatically generates trades in 5 minute and Nifty and Bank Nifty in 5 minutes. It is not that trades do not come in Nifty and Bank Nifty in 25 minutes, but they are very rare. Once in a couple of months or 3-4 months, you will get trades in Nifty, Bank Nifty that are in 25 minutes time frame. So that our system itself shows that Nifty and Bank Nifty are very suitable to very short time frames. Okay. Now let us go back to how you create your profile and how you manage your risk in RT Auto Trade Scanner. So a lot of times we are getting this issue from people that I'm not getting trades. So some people are getting the trades. Some people are can see the trades in their Auto Trade Scanner, whereas some people, they cannot see the trades in the RT Auto Trade Scanner. The simple reason being that it is your capital, and how you divide your capital, that is what is important. So what you need to do is, if you're people, we understand that they are not facing, the people who are trading commodities, MCX, they are not facing these issues. Mostly this issue is faced by people who are trading in equities. Okay, so what you need to do is, when you create your profile, the ideal thing to do is, while creating the profile, is you keep your risk capital as 1 lakh rupees and you divide your portfolio into 4 positions. You make it standard. You make it standard because only then you will get almost all the trades that come up in the RT Auto Trade Scanner. Okay, so you put 1 lakh rupees as your capital and you divide it, you apportion it into 3 or 4 trades. But having said that, your risk management has to be completely different, in a completely different manner, that in such a way that you have to manage your risk in such a manner that if you are doing carryover trading, you are carrying over your trades to the next day, to the day after that, 3, 4, 5 days. Then in that case, what you need to do is, you need to divide your capital by 20. And if you are doing intraday trading, then you need to divide your capital by 40. Okay, so if you create your profile in the manner that you have your capital at 1 lakh rupees and you apportion it into 3 or 4 positions, okay, what will happen is, you will get all the trades. But when you get all the trades, you have to actually see what is your capital. And if you are a carryover trader, you have to divide your capital into 20 parts. Okay, And if Alan, which part you want me to repeat? Can you just tell me? Yeah, Alan, which part you want me to repeat? So while creating your profile, okay, while creating your profile, the first thing that you need to do is you need to have a risk capital of 1 lakh rupees. That is only because you get all the trades that come that the RT Auto Trade Scanner has to show up. We see people putting capital risk capital as 10,000. We see people putting risk capital as 25,000. Okay. In that case, what happens is you will not see all the trades that come up, because if your risk capital is 25,000 and you have divided your risk, apportioned it into 4 or 5 parts, then per position your risk would only be around 5 to 6,000 rupees. In that sense, you will not see all the trades that the RT Auto Trade Scanner has to show up. So in order for the RT Auto Trade Scanner to show up the all the trades that it has to show, then you have to have your risk capital at 1 lakh rupees, and apportioning has to be done 3 or 4 positions max. Okay. What happens here is, in this case, you have to do your risk analysis in such a manner that if your capital is say 10 lakh rupees, then if you are doing carryover trading is you are doing 75 minutes, you are doing 125 minutes carryover trades. That means you take a trade and the trade lasts for 4, 5, 6 days, maybe 2 days, maybe 7 days, depending upon how the trade goes. In that case, you have to divide your capital into 20 positions. Okay. So if you're having a capital of 10 lakh rupees, then your risk at any point of time should not be more than 50,000 rupees. So essentially what happens is, when you are taking the trades, it shows you the risk amount. When it shows you the risk amount, right, you take the trade and you know that this is your risk in this trade. So if you take 4 trades in 4 positions, your total risk should not exceed 50,000 rupees. That should be the thumb rule. Okay. Now, if you are doing intraday trading, then intraday trading involves swing trading. I hope you all understand what is swing trading. Swing trading is probably in the in the same day you will get a long call, on the same day you will get a short call. In the morning you might get a short call, in the afternoon you might get a long call again. In that case, what you need to do is you need to divide your capital by 40. Okay, so if you have a 10 lakh rupees capital, your risk at any point of time should not be more than 25,000 rupees. Now, when you take this 25,000 rupees of risk, understand one thing very clearly. If you lose 25,000 rupees in a day, you must stop trading. If you lose 25,000 rupees in one day, having a capital of 10 lakh rupees, and you're trading intraday, if you lose 25,000 rupees in one day, you should stop trading. Okay. Plus, what happens is, if you are having a capital of 20, if you are having a risk capital of 25,000 rupees, you are not supposed to take one trade with a risk of 25,000 rupees, because you are thinking that I'm managing my risk. Okay, मैंने प्रोफाइल बना दिया है, खाली एक ही ट्रेड आया है, सुबह 11 बज गए, 11:30 बज गए, खाली एक ही ट्रेड आया है, मैं वो रिस्क उसमें उतना ये कर देता हूं. That is a wrong thing to do, right? What you need to do is that 25,000 rupees you have to. So what you have to mirror your profile, in the sense that if you have 1 lakh rupees capital in your 1 lakh rupees as the risk amount in your profile, and if your actual risk is 50,000 rupees, then if it recommends 8 lots, then what you're supposed to do is take 4 lots. If it recommends 10 lots of something, you have to make it half, because the risk capital is 1 lakh rupees, your risk is 1 lakh rupees, and your actual risk that you're supposed to take during that day is 50,000 rupees. So you have to take half those many lots. Plus, what happens is, at times you may get many trades, in the sense that you may get two trades of Nifty and Bank Nifty in the morning. You may get again a trade of Nifty and Bank Nifty in the afternoon, and again late in the afternoon you might get a few trades, maybe a few stocks, maybe Nifty, Bank Nifty again. God knows. So what happens is people tend to take all those trades. That is not the way it should be done. If your capital, if your risk is, if your capital is 10 lakh rupees, you divide it by 40, your risk per day is 25,000 rupees. The moment you lose 25,000 rupees, first and foremost, that 25,000 rupees itself should be divided into by 4 parts. So what happens is, if you lose one Nifty trade, your loss in that Nifty trade should be not more than 6.5-7,000 rupees. Or say your risk is 50,000 rupees, you divide it by 4, your risk in one trade should not be more than 12,500 rupees. This is very, very, very important. Otherwise, on days when the markets are very volatile, your propensity to trade. Now again, this is something that I want to tell you. I don't understand why people get into compulsive trading. Okay, so what happens is, when they make money, they get that hang of making more money. Okay, so they become very optimistic, and they do more trading than is permissible. Or if they lose money, they come into the revenge mode, and now they want money back from the market, so they trade again. So agar Bank Nifty mein subah paisa gaya, they will, the whole day they will wait for a Bank Nifty trade in the afternoon, and later afternoon ke matlab Bank Nifty mein kabhi trade aata hai, main Bank Nifty mein trade leke paisa recover karunga. This might sound very silly to you, aapko lagega कि मतलब ये ऐसा मतलब, लेकिन people do that. Trust me, people do that. ये ऐसा होता है लोगों के साथ में. लोग मतलब they have their their own prejudices, bias के मेरे को यही करना है, मेरे को वही करना है. Right? I have a very I have a story to share with you. Is one story is of a friend, of a very dear friend, and ये उन दिनों की बात है कि yeah, Alan, you have done it. I know you have done it. So ये उन दिनों की बात है जब मार्केट के अंदर बहुत सारा अनसर्टेनिटी था. निफ्टी वाज क्रैशिंग and everybody thought that the market would crash. We still believe that there is no reason for the market to go, but that is another thing. The opinions don't matter in the market, right? मेरा opinion भी matter नहीं करता है. So that was a time when people thought that all hell will break loose, the skies will fall down, and the market. And we used to see all these people coming in papers and TVs and saying that Nifty 6,500 हो जाएगा, and somebody said Nifty 4,000 हो जाएगा, and all those things were coming. This friend of mine, in spite of being a friend, in spite of using the system, I'll tell you how your prejudices play. आपका दिमाग जो है, आप जो सोचते हैं, आपका opinions, आपका logic, वो कैसे आपके against में काम करता है, right? So जो आपका सबसे important asset है, otherwise in your life, is your mind. It becomes your biggest enemy. Your mind, which is your biggest asset, becomes your biggest enemy in the stock market. So what this gentleman did is, when the Nifty was hovering around 8,900, 9,000, this gentleman started shorting Nifty and Bank Nifty both, right? And मेरा ऑलमोस्ट उनसे हफ्ते में 2 बार बात होता है, एंड ही ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि मतलब इसमें इतना सोचने जैसा कुछ है ही नहीं, ये कॉमन सेंस है, ये लॉजिक है, मार्केट तो क्रैश होने ही वाला है, मतलब इतना तो समझ अपने में होना चाहिए, इतना तो अपने अंदर अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए अगर मार्केट में है तो मैं तो शॉर्ट करके बैठा हूं और मैं हर हाई पे शॉर्ट कर रहा हूं, राइट? सो he kept shorting. Nifty went to 9,300. He was full on short. मतलब उनका जितना कैपिटल था उतना पूरा उन्होंने शॉर्ट में लगा दिया निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी. After that, as Nifty and Bank Nifty progressed, and the Nifty kept going up, Bank Nifty kept going up. He had to pay margin money. Believe me, he had to pay margin money to his broker at the end of 1 month. 11 lakh rupees. He paid those 11 lakh rupees and he's still holding on to those shorts. Now I don't understand why you need to do that. ऐसा आपको करने का जरूरत क्या है? अगर मार्केट कोविड-19 है, सिचुएशन खराब है, लॉकडाउन है, मार्केट खराब है, ये सबको मालूम है. That information is public information. See, understand one thing, information is only information if it is you are privy to that information. That information only a few people have that information. Only that information has some meaning. अगर पूरी दुनिया को मालूम है तो that is not information that you should rely on, and that is not information on which you are supposed to trade. So ये भाई साहब मतलब शॉर्ट पे शॉर्ट on every high he is shorting. Even today after paying 11 lakh more margin money, he is holding on to the shorts. Now I shudder to think what will happen if Nifty happens to go to 11,000 rupees. Nifty can go to 11,000 rupees, right? You all agree? Nifty can go to 11,000 rupees, right? So if Nifty goes to 11,000 rupees, can you imagine what will happen? So that is something, I mean, that people do not understand. So what I'm trying to tell you all is that don't be so compulsive about your trading, right? Don't be so compulsive about your trading. You don't need to trade everything that comes your way. You don't need to trade everything that comes on the RT Auto Trade Scanner. Be very selective. अगर कोई trade निकल जाता है, अच्छा, one very important question that I need to address is what happens when a trade comes in RT Auto Trade Scanner. Shasva EA, it scans for stocks. It scans for stocks that have 3-star, 4-star stocks. It scans the good stocks and it puts them in a basket. So what EA does is, it is the first level of filtration where it scans for all these stocks and it puts them in a basket. Now, when the trading opportunity comes, that means the trade setup comes where our risk is manageable, where the price is between the peak and the trough, that is the resistance and the support, then that stock will probably go into, when all the criteria are met, it will go in the RT Auto Trade Scanner. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that if it comes in the RT Auto Trade Scanner, you are supposed to buy it or sell it. No, there is a peak price and there is a trough price. If you see, there is a band, there is a blue band that comes at the top. No, it says NSE futures long, and it might say NSE futures short. NSE futures long is you are supposed to go long in those stocks. Now, when you are supposed to go long, what happens is there is a peak price. The peak price is the price after which you are supposed to buy. Once it crosses that, so if the peak is, let's say, 100 rupees, you have to wait for it to cross that 100 rupees. Now, अभी cross मतलब कितना cross उसका कोई ये नहीं कि मतलब 100 का 101 के 102 के 103 के 104 ऐसा नहीं. Of course, there is a limit to where you can buy. Right? मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि 100 का 105 हो गया तो आपको बाय कर लेना चाहिए. 100 का, if it is in the limit, 100 rupees 30 paise, 100 rupees 50 paise, 100 rupees 60 paise, 101 rupees, you can buy. Right? But you are supposed to buy only when it crosses the peak. Similarly, when there is an NSE short, you are supposed to short. It will show something called as the trough price. So when there is an NSE futures long, there's a peak price, and when there is an NSE futures short, there is a trough price. So in one of the tiles, you will see the peak is given. In the shorting tile, you will see that trough is given. Trough is the price below which you are supposed to short. Below which, okay? So you are supposed to short below that trough price. So it has to break that trough price. A lot of people are under the impression that if the stock comes in RT Auto Trade Scanner, just buy or sell. Okay, lot of time what happens is the let's say 100 rupees is the peak, and let's say that 96 rupees is the trough or 97 rupees is the trough. What happens is once the trade setup comes and the stock shows in the RT Auto Trade Scanner, what may happen is the stock suddenly starts going down and it goes to 95, 94, 93 rupees. That trade is no longer valid. So, and it disappears from the RT Auto Trade Scanner. Now, what do you think? Just because it came in RT Auto Trade Scanner, आपने वो buy because it did not cross 100 rupees. See, this is very important for you all to understand. It did not cross 100 rupees, but just because it showed in the RT Auto Trade Scanner, you bought it. That is a wrong thing to do. And then people get confused when the trade disappears. Trade disappear hoga. The reason the trade has disappeared is because it is no longer a valid trade. जिसका ट्रफ 96 रुपीज 97 रुपीज था, अभी अगर वो 95 रुपीज पे ट्रेड कर रहा है तो आप वो स्टॉक कैसे ले सकते हो? उसका ट्रफ ही ब्रेक हो गया, उसका सपोर्ट ही ब्रेक हो चुका है. तो now when again it comes in the RT Auto Trade Scanner, maybe it will come with another trade setup. Maybe the peak will come down. Maybe now the trough has become 94 rupees and the peak instead of 100 rupees has become 96 rupees. So now when it breaks 96 rupees, it will come in RT Auto Trade Scanner. It will show peak as 96 rupees. When it breaks the peak, you are supposed to buy. Okay. So please bear this in mind that whenever the trade shows in RT Auto Trade Scanner, it is not a button to press if I buy or sell. You have to wait for that price to come into effect, whether it is buy going long or whether it is going short. You have to wait for that price to come. And there are times when the trade shows in the RT Auto Trade Scanner. There are many things that can happen. One thing is the example that I just gave you, that the trade is no longer valid. Sometimes it so happens that, you know, Nifty and Bank Nifty move very fast. Nifty and Bank Nifty move very fast. So see what happens is trade, it takes time. There is an algorithm, it runs, it checks that all the parameters are in place, and then it will place the trade in the RT Auto Trade Scanner. Lot of times what happens when the trade comes, आपने आधे मिनट के बाद देखा, 1 मिनट के बाद देखा. By the time Nifty and Bank Nifty, they are so dynamic that they have moved beyond your price. If they have moved significantly beyond your price, and you can no longer manage your risk. See, if you're say in one position, your risk appetite, your risk should be 12,500 rupees. अगर वो 12,500 रुपीज का 13,000 रुपया हो जाता तो ठीक है, इट डजंट मैटर. ओके. एंड ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने 12,500 का लिमिट रखा है तो हर ट्रेड में आपका 12,500 ही रिस्क होगा. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द लॉट साइज. किसी के अंदर आपका रिस्क 11,000 भी होगा, किसी के अंदर आपका रिस्क 9,500 भी होगा. तो अगर वो 9,500 का रिस्क अगर 11,000 हो गया बिकॉज द प्राइस हैज मूव्ड अप, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, गो फॉर द ट्रेड, राइट. बट अगर आपको दिख रहा है कि आपका रिस्क की मतलब इसके अंदर 17,000-18,000 रुपया हो गया है, then there is no point, right? There is no point in taking that trade. A lot of time what happens, there is one more scenario that happens, that the trade is it shows the trade where the peak is, let's say in the case of Nifty, let us say the peak is 9,980 and the current price is 10,050. Okay, and it is और अभी 10,050 का प्राइस चल रहा है और अभी ट्रेड आपको दिखा रहा है 9,980 का. आपको लगता है 9,980 का पीक है, ऑलरेडी प्राइस 10,050 है, तो अभी ये ट्रेड कैसा है? ये ट्रेड लेट आया. ये ट्रेड लेट नहीं आया है. सी अंडरस्टैंड, when the peak was 9,980, the trough would have been 9,930. I am just giving you an example. Okay, the trough would have been 9,930. अभी प्राइस इज 10,050, नया पीक नहीं बना है, लेकिन द ट्रफ हैज कम टू 10,000 रुपीज, सो योर रिस्क इज स्टिल मैनेजेबल. but you understand that the peak is still 9980. अगर नया peak नहीं बना है तो वो नया peak आपको दिखाएगा कहां से, क्योंकि नया peak बना ही नहीं है. So the peak is still 9980, the current price is 10,050, and the trough probably has moved down to 10,000. In this case, how you can clear your confusion is you simply have to see what is the risk in that trade. If the risk falls within your criteria, go for the trade. Okay, so you have to you know my only point is when you're doing these trades, you have to become very mechanical. A lot of people enter, last time I had discussed that, people enter with wrong expectations. Now these expectations are, that your expectation is to make money. That is a wrong expectation in the stock market. Of course everybody goes there to make money, but to expect that मैं ये trade लूंगा और ये trade में मुझे पैसा मिलेगा, that is wrong expectation. It is like, it is like the game of cricket. Sachin Tendulkar को अगर पहली बॉल पे अगर अच्छा बॉल आया तो he can get out on the first ball itself. Okay, so it can happen to you also. Just like it takes one delivery, one good ball to dismiss the best batsman in the world. Similarly, you have to understand that one trade, it can be the next trade. You never know. It can be this trade that you're still in. It can be the next, can be any trade. So you have to become very mechanical. Expecting that, you will win every second trade is a wrong expectation. Doing compulsive trading is a wrong expectation. A lot of people, they get very jittery, they get very restless when there are no trades. I am very happy when there are no trades. Okay? That means the system is saving us from the volatility. Probably the markets are too volatile. Probably the risks are too much. The risk is too high. The risk that we take actually between the peak and the trough. So the stock is moving, the stock prices and the indices and everything, the prices are moving in such a pattern that, that it is very volatile, and the price range is too high. So that is why the system is not generating any trades. So you should actually be happy. On the contrary, people get sad when they don't get trades. I think you should be happy when you don't get trades. आपका लॉस बच गया. तो अगर आपका लॉस मतलब कोई लॉस होने वाला था, आपका 10, 15, 20 हजार रुपए लॉस होने वाला था, वो बच गया, तो you actually have to be happy. You should be happy when you don't get trades. Okay, so don't get into the habit of trading compulsively. Don't think that every trade that comes in the RT Auto Trade Scanner you have to trade. There are times when the trade you take will hit a stop loss and you will lose money, and the trade that you passed will make money. It happens with everybody all the time. All the time. It happens to the best of traders. Don't bother. As long as you are managing your risk, I think you are good. So again, I am repeating what I am saying. If your capital is 10 lakh rupees, first and foremost, whatever is your capital, what you need to do is, whenever you create your profile in the RT Auto Trade Scanner, put 1 lakh rupees as your risk capital. It can be more than 1 lakh, that is not a problem. If you can risk more than 1 lakh rupees in a day, in one trading session, no problem. You may have that kind of money and that kind of capital, no problem. So if you want 2 lakh, 2.5 lakh rupees, that is fine. But the minimum is 1 lakh rupees, so that you can see all the trades that are generated by RT Auto Trade Scanner. Your position, you divide into 3 or 4 positions. But when it comes to practical trading, what you need to do is, you need to divide your capital by 20 if you are a carryover trader, and divide your capital by 40 if you are an intraday trader. So if your capital is 20 lakh rupees, you are not supposed to risk anything more than 50,000 rupees in one trading session. So if you are sitting today trading, if you have lost 50,000 rupees, दुकान बंद करके बैठ जाओ. Simple as that. It is very, very likely, and it happens most of the times that, दोपहर को एक trade आएगा which would be like, winner all the way, and you will be like, अरे मैं अगर ये trade करता था तो मेरा 50,000 जो नुकसान हुआ वो मेरा recover हो जाता था. But that is an absolutely wrong way to think. If you think that way, then there is a problem, right? So all you can do is manage your risk. So I discussed in the last session about probability of trading and risk management. So there are only two things that if you manage properly, one is you have to understand that there is a probability of trading, right? And most how can I try to decide that? Please advise. Okay, we'll come to the question and answer session in some time, and then we will take that. So where was I? Yeah. So you lose that. You have lost that amount of that kind of money in that day. Stop trading, and you look to trade another day. Okay. So this is very, very, very important. And rest, I think most of the things that I had planned I have covered. And a couple of more things that I wanted to share with you all is that what happens with traders is traders they generally tend to have an opinion on the market. When you have an opinion on the market, you are never going to be in sync with the system. Okay, if you have an opinion and you are opinionated and you carry an opinion, believe me, you are never going to be in sync. Okay, this friend of mine, the example that I just gave, so many times now after Nifty touched 8,900 or 9,000, how many times you have seen Nifty come in the long category? So many times. I mean, hardly there have been times after that when Nifty has come in short, and Nifty has always been long. So if you have a you have an opinion that that the market is going down, then you are never going to be in sync with the market. You are never going to be in sync with the system. So this is something that is very, very, very important. This is something that you have to understand. Okay. And one thing you have to understand is that algorithms are the new advisors. Okay, algorithms are the new advisors. So if you had an advisor, people tend to listen to advisors. Okay, तो अगर आपके पास में एक advisor है और advisor आपको बोलता है, तो people tend to listen to them. कि अरे यार ये मेरा advisor बोल रहा है तो मैं सुनता हूँ. But today algorithms are the new advisors, and they are much more efficient and much better at advising you than these so-called advisors. So you understand that you have algorithms that are advising you, and they are much more efficient. They are much more proficient in what they do. So that is something that you have to bear in mind. Okay. So I think that is as much as I had to discuss for the day. And I can take questions. So there is one question here. Alan, can you illustrate with an example from RT later? I actually don't understand. I didn't get, Alan, what you're trying to ask. You can unmute your mic and you can ask, no problem. Can you unmute your mic and you can ask the question, please? Alan? I think Alan has gone for a cup of coffee. Yeah.
No, I'm very much here. I'm very much here.
Yeah, okay.
It was too interesting to. I'm fine. It was too interesting to miss for a coffee.
Okay.
More so when today's presentation was exactly an illustration of what I did in the last 2 days.
Yeah, right. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So what I wanted to show, what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask you is, abhi to tiles hongi. There would be tiles right now for the today's last trades, where you are telling about how to the peak and trough is fine. Where you are saying how to calculate the risk factor for that trade. So do I need to open the tile for that, or do I need to do manually? But how to identify what is my risk?
What happens is
for those many lots.
See, what happens is it recommends the lots also. It recommends the So what it does the risk analysis for you. So all you have to do is, let's say if you have put 1 lakh rupees as your risk capital, but actually you want to you don't want to take risk more than 25,000 rupees. Okay, so you divide the total number of lots by 4. So if the system is say recommending 8 lots, you take 2 lots. You go for 2 lots. Okay. Right?
Got it.
Is it clear, or is there any confusion?
Alan? Perfectly fine. To the point answer.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay. And now Mr. Gopa has a question. My pleasure. Welcome, Alan. So most of the trades, both short and long, does touch TP. How can I decide the target in this case? Please advise. Yeah, Mr. Gopa, go ahead.
Sir, my question is, so I'm very clear with what you have mentioned, how to place long and short deals. So when it crosses the peak, when it passes the throw, so that is very clear. But how to decide the target is my question, because there is something called TP which is mentioned in the
trail profit.
Yeah, correct.
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
But
So
in most of the cases, it doesn't touch the TP.
Yeah.
So how to place the target is my question, sir.
See, Mr. Gopa, I'll tell you one thing. First and foremost, I would like to ask you whether you are a carryover trader or an intraday trader.
Intraday.
Yeah. Intraday. Okay. So yeah. So what happens is, Mr. Gopa, I'll tell you. The ideal. I'm giving you the ideal scenario here. The ideal thing to do is you have to, till your stop loss is hit or till your TP is hit, you have to continue the trade till 325 till the end of the day, and then you close the trade at whatever point you close the trade. You are facing this issue in the current scenario because the current scenario is market is very volatile. So most of the times you must be seeing that it does not hit TP, but there will come time when it will go well beyond TP, and you will forget TP also. Those times will also come. See what is happening is when the market is most erratic when there is uncertainty, and today there is so much uncertainty that this kind of uncertainty did not exist in the last 100 years. I hope you all can appreciate that fact, that this kind of uncertainty did not prevail in the last 100 years. In the last 100 years, this is the first time we are seeing so much uncertainty. So when there is so much uncertainty, what happens is that the market starts behaving very erratic. It becomes very volatile. So we understand that you people, we all, I mean, not just you, we all are facing these issues right now. But the ideal thing to do is, see, one is you have placed your stop loss. Once you place your stop loss, you have decided your risk. Once you have decided your risk and your stop loss is not hit, you are good. Trust me, you are good. As long as your stop loss is not hit, you are good. In that case, you just allow the trade to go till 325, and at 325, between 325 and 330, you just go ahead and close the trade. Okay, but in case of TP, when it goes to the TP, what you can do is, ideally what we do is TP is trailing profit. So if there is certain amount of profit when it reaches the TP level, what we do is generally we protect 70% of the profit that we are getting. So let's say at TP level, your profit is 10,000 rupees in that trade. Let us assume. So what you have to do is you have to calculate profit at 7,000 rupees and you have to place that stop loss. So if that stop loss is hit, you will still make 7,000 rupees from that trade. So generally that is how it goes.
Okay,
yeah,
sir.
Mr. Gopa. Any
Okay,
is it clear or is there any confusion?
No, that is clear. But
no, if you have confusion, you can ask questions. There is no problem.
Yeah, I'm a new trader. I think that
I know you are
the
new.
reason.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. And what has happened is there are two things. One thing is that you are new, and the other is you have entered at a time when the market is at its most uncertain. So both ways you have been hard done by. So that is the reason that the market is dealing is dealing a bad hand to you. But this trading with Shasva, I think within a month or so, you would be self-sufficient and independent. I don't see any issues in that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Alan, come again. Alan, come again. What is it? Please help on this TP thing. So TP is that take profit, trail profit. So once the stock reaches that price, that TP price, that TP is a price. So let's say that 100 rupees you have entered the stock and the TP is 105. So 5 rupees is your profit. So what you need to do is 70% of that profit you need to protect. So if the price is 105, I'm just giving you throwing an example, or let's say 110. So you buy at 100 and your profit is the price is 110. Your profit is 10 rupees. You place your stop loss at 107 rupees. So you protect 70% of that profit. That is what trailing profit means. So we always believe at Shasva, we always believe in trailing the profit, not taking the profit. Okay. So if you trail the profit, ultimately, if it comes down to that level, you are going to make profit. But to take the profit and run is a very bad thing in the stock market. When the stock touches a particular price, you sell and you get out. That is a wrong thing to do. You always have a stop loss. It can be so where do we get this TP from? The TP you get in the trade itself. The trade itself, you get the TP. In the tile, it shows the TP also. So when you click on that tile, it will show you the TP also, the take profit. Sorry, trail profit, not take profit. The trail profit price. Okay. Any more questions? Anybody else? Any more questions? Nothing? Can we call it a day? Yeah, can you all give me a hands up? Sure. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, good night everyone. It was a pleasure, like always. And next week, I suppose we'll again have the AMA session. Ask me anything. And yeah, thank you all of you for the appreciation. We also appreciate your trust and faith in us. And we all hope that there will come a time when we will make tons of money, because the money is anyways a byproduct of doing things right. So we believe in doing things right. And Alan says inshallah. So inshallah we will our objective